Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to our channel, Jay and Rachel. Hope you guys had a good, productive week and that you also had some fun. That's very important. Me, I'm definitely gonna have some fun today because I'm off today, and you know when you wake up and you don't have to go to work, it just feels like an adventure, you know?
Yeah, super exciting. Anything can happen.
She's gonna be at work and I'm gonna be enjoying life with endless possibilities.
Great.
Nah, I'm probably just gonna go work out, do some boring shit, but it's okay.
Still jealous.
Alright, so what we wanted to talk to you guys today about is the importance of people in your life in the duration that we think that they should stay. Now we all know that we don't look at people as side characters and things of that nature, but at the same time you have to have a realistic sense of what people are in your life for. The other day I'm at the calisthenics park, always meet interesting people. Very silly topic. I'm talking about the name of the park and how I didn't think it was important to remember it. And somehow, some way, we started talking about people and how I don't really take the time to remember people's names that I know aren't going to be in my life for a long time. Now, to some people, this might seem egotistical, narcissistic, and it might be. That's okay. That's okay. But for me, I don't like to use energy in places where I don't need it. I try to allocate my time and energy into things that I know I need it for, just because I am the type of person that feels very strongly, and when I say that, I mean I feel when I lose my energy, if that makes sense. When I eat, I feel it instantly. When I'm around people, I feel it. And so I have to be very conscious of, where I'm putting that energy at. So during the course of this conversation, I talked about 3 categories that I put people in. It's either temporary, seasonal, or permanent. Now obviously, temporary is not a place that if you're conversating with somebody on a regular basis you probably don't want to be, but at the same time you have to be realistic, right? And I think this guy, he kind of got a little too personal and emotional, because at the end of the conversation he did ask, if what category he was in, and I told him probably seasonal. It's somebody I work out with on a regular basis, and we talk. But I know for a fact when I move on, to my next venture, it probably won't, turn into anything. And I'm somebody that can be realistic about stuff like that, and I don't think he was willing to do that. And that's okay, you got people like Rachel that
see it completely different.
Yeah.
I think that even if you move on to your next adventure, you can still have people that walk through life with you, even if they're not right next to you. So yeah, I see it differently. I love people though, so I see where he's coming from. When he's around people, his energy just drains. But when I'm around people, my energy just it just builds up and then overflows, and it gets really exciting.
Facts. But as you're talking about that, there's also other factors that you have to consider when you're talking about people and how they fit into your life. If this guy was somebody that thought the same way I did, had some of the same goals, maybe he could be in that permanent category, but he wasn't. And so I factored that in. I factored the fact that he's older, he doesn't have some of the same interests as me. I factored the fact that he lives here with his family, and meaning that he probably wouldn't be able to move to a different place or just jump into a certain business idea, stuff like that. And so factoring all these things in, I kind of get a sense like, okay, this is not somebody that will be able to follow me on my life path.
Yeah, which all makes sense, except for you never know what a person can do to impact you. I mean, even if it's not permanently, you still want to make an effort for every single person that you meet.
Right.
To see how they can impact your life and how you can learn from them, what you can give to them. Because I don't know, generosity makes you feel amazing. I mean, and I'm sure it makes the other person feel great too when you're able to help them.
She has a good point.
So I definitely think that as far as like learning people's names, I think it makes a really big difference when you're interacting with someone and you say, hey, Dia, pass me the water bottle. Or I don't know how to use Dia.
That was weird.
But when you use their name, it kind of sets them apart and makes them feel special. It makes them feel like, oh, they took enough time to remember my name. Whether or not they're there temporarily, seasonally, you can make someone's day so much brighter by just taking a moment to realize who they are.
Right. She has a great point. And I guess that would make me a little selfish. I could definitely be selfish sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's good intention behind that, like not being selfish so because like I think I'm better than anybody, or because I just wish death upon humanity. It's more so I can help myself get ahead, so that I can give back to the family and other people, you know what I'm saying? So,
which kind of makes sense for your personality, right? Because you have to conserve all your energy because you feel it just draining.
right.
And you're like, I can't even waste time on these people.
Right.
But then again, you never know what opportunity can come from that. And someone that you think is temporary, like, it changes.
And I've seen that, and
they can become permanent or even seasonal.
Right. I've definitely seen that, people that I didn't think, I would have anything in common with or could help my life in any way, totally switch. But if that's going to happen, I feel like it'll happen, I'm not going to put time into it and, be waiting, watching,
Yeah. You just want it to naturally happen. Yeah. Until
then, you're temporary.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm sorry. But nah.
Such an interesting concept, because if I went into every situation thinking like, oh, they're temporary. I mean, I guess the person at the store that I bump into, or
exactly.
That's
I
grocery.
mean. Exactly. I'm not gonna try to remember your name.
Cashier. Yeah, that's true. That is probably temporary.
It doesn't even make sense, right?
Yeah, but it still doesn't mean that you can't take a moment to, I don't know, smile at them.
Definitely. Why not?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, I guess if you look at it from a realistic point of view, those are definitely temporary. But with all those concepts, you still have to be aware that you can learn something from them and impact them.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's just because I remember your name doesn't mean I'm not, engaging with you in a healthy way. It's just I remember your name. And I think part of the reason I'm like that is, because of the way I was brought up. Growing up, my mom moved us around a lot for financial reasons, and so it was just like a batch of new people in my life every so often, and I grew up with the idea that, hey, people are not going to be in your life to stay. You just enjoy them while they're there and then move on. And so I think people's upbringings have a big impact on, how they view situations like that.
Facts.
And honestly, I think that's why it's so easy for me to let go of things, not even just people, but it could be material things, it could be a routine that I have, whatever. It's just easy to let go for me because I'm just used to it. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I think it will help me get to where I want to go in life.
Yeah.
We definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. Tell me if I belong on Wall Street with all the other narcissistic, crazy motherfuckers, or if you can relate. We want to know.
Yeah, let us know.
For sure. Today, make sure you drink some water.
Tons of water. Go outside.
Yes, to get some sunlight.
Yes.
Get that glow like you got that glow. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it's raining, go outside. Just find some beauty somewhere and just look at it, even if it's for like 2 seconds. Trust me, it'll be so worth it.
It will. I definitely used to stay inside with a little caveman for a while.
Too much of a caveman.
I promise you, once you step outside that cave, life happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, peace out.